A very good evening to each and everyone. Myself, Prakash Verma, PhD research scholar in Department of Agriculture Extension, College of Agriculture, IGP Raipur. And today we will discuss about farmer producer organizations. In India, there is a government promoted the farmer producer organizations. So we'll see the what is the status and what is scopes and what is the challenges faced by the FPOs. Okay. So first is why FPOs. First, we will discuss about what is a FPO and why we are making the FPOs. So in India, there are small and marginal farmers having more than 80% of total land holdings throughout the country. Therefore, we need to collectivization for the effective marketing pattern of the FPOs. So what is FPO? FPO is a first we will discuss about FPO. A producer organization is a legal entity and formed by the any government agencies like NABARD, SFAC, and so on. And the PO is a producer company or either cooperative societies, and legal from the provided the sharing of profit to its member. FPO means it is like a group, and there are so many members like board of management, CEO of the FPOs, and there are so many persons behind the FPO. FPO is a type of program officer where the members are farmers to collectivization of the farmers. Second one is promoting institutions. Any individual or institution, including an NGO and any single person, can promote the POs. Individual person or institute may be promote the POs. And in India, there are so many FPOs formed by the and promoting by the NABARD, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, and small farmers agribusiness consortium is also there, and government department, corporates, and some NGOs promoting the FPOs in our India. So such that this type of promoting institutes can called POPIs, means producer organization promoting institutes. They can promote the producer organizations in terms of capital share and preparing the business plan, capacity building. They provide the inputs and they provide their thoughts and how the FPO works. One FPO legal entity formed by the farmers or any class who would collectively do any form of agribusiness with subgroups dealing with one or more commodities, any there are 20 farmers can start producer organizations. One is for any commodity purchasing for selling for the any commodities. And government of India, the central government is supporting new FPOs for upcoming 5 years from 2021. This scheme now title is Formation and Promotion of Program Producer Organizations, FPO as a central sector scheme. Government of India promote the FPOs as a central sector scheme, and total allocation of budget is 4,496 crore for 5 years across India. And these FPOs get promoted and supported by the promoter agency like NABARD, SFAC, NAFED, National Agriculture Federations, National Cooperative Development Corporation, NCDC, for their technical, managerial, and financial aspects. However, the challenges existing FPOs is many other formed outside the ambits of the central sector schemes, so they will not able to move to next stage for their lifestyle. So, Government of India started the new scheme for formation and promotion of 10,000 FPOs. And next one is products. I can't see the slides. Next is objective FPCs. Objective FPCs is means farmer producer companies. Production, harvesting, procurement, grading, pooling means farmers can get their own businesses due to their low bargaining natures. So the collectivization and farmers can get benefit from the FPCs and can production, harvesting, and processing includes preserving, drying. There are so many types of agricultural inputs and done generation of any product, transmission, distribution. There are manufacture of any product, sale or supply of any machinery, equipment or consumable, mainly to its member. It is a group of member, and then they can start their own businesses and registered under the Farmer Producer Companies Act. And after the advantages of APOs. Numerous reports and studies has clearly captured the establishment of positive role of APOs. Some of the important benefits actually described in the APOs are under the cost of production or cultivation may be reduced due to producing all necessary inputs in bulk and wholesale rates and using custom hiring services for farm equipment. Second one is aggregation of produce and bulk transport, reduce marketing cost, therefore enhancing the net value accurate to the producer. Third one is building scale through aggregation of commodities, lands, and processors. And fourth one is access to modern technologies and good agriculture practices due to the group is a and post-harvest losses can be minimized through joint storage and value addition facilities. Next one is what is the difference between FPCs and cooperatives? The first one is a registration process. Cooperative societies mainly registered under Cooperative Societies Act in the State Legislative Act or National Legislative Act, and the producer company is registered under Companies Act 2013, and membership in cooperatives open to any individual or cooperatives. And the second one is only to producer member and their agencies, and area of operation in cooperatives are restricted in some areas, and producer company can sell their products in throughout the India. And in a share, the cooperative societies and is not tradable, and producer company is tradable within membership only. And role of government in cooperative societies a significant role, and the producer company government role is a minimal. And profit sharing, cooperative society is limited, divided on two capitals, and producer company based on patronage, but results must limited on dividends. Patronage means use of services offered by the PCs of its member by participation in its business activity. Next one is evaluation of APOs in India. In 2011, we can see from the graph. In 2011, there are 156 APO registered in India, and so on in 2020 in 2013 there are 593 APOs, and in 2020 or 2015 there are 879 APOs registered. In 2019 there is a boost, and 5,000 we have achieved 5,000 more than 5,000 APOs registered, and 2022 there are 7,559 APOs registered. In 2013, there are, I think, 9,000 APOs registered in our India. The state-wise distribution of APOs in India, so far there are 7,059 APOs have been registered till 21st April 2022, and this is based on source is a Press Information Bureau, and major APOs have been formed in first rank is Karnataka, 578 APOs, and second rank is Maharashtra, 569 APOs, and third one is Madhya Pradesh, 550 APOs registered. In our Chhattisgarh, there are 241 APOs have been registered, and there is a government initiated the 10,000 scheme, so the new APOs will be created for that purpose. The ecosystem for sustainable APOs as prepared by the NABARD, and the ecosystem of for sustainable APO means there is a marketing like processing, procurement, and government policies, license compliances, and infrastructure should be there for from central government schemes, and retailing like direct marketing, APO as a rural retail points we can make, and technical services from inputs like advisory, agro services, warehouse receipts, and credit guarantee equities from SFSC, Tata Trust, NABARD, either banks, NAB Kisans, and human resource development from for training and capacity buildings. So these are the main component of sustainable FPOs ecosystem created for sustaining the FPOs. And role of FPOs, the major role of FPOs has to it is act as a catalyst for change rural economy in India. The aspiration, they need initial hand holdings for managerial capacity building, so as well as easy access to working capitals. Institutional support may support the FPOs, and it is including experts and management team would strengthen the business operations in FPO. The existing mandatory regulatory compliances appear to be different for many small scale FPOs. This need to be taken care of state for initial years. And last one is FPOs may be given preference for participation in government funded schemes, provided market linkages for the farm producers. The recommendation given by the NAM in 2022 for economic viability and long-term sustainability of FPOs. Just a bit. The first recommendation is to set up a national board for FPOs. Will be national board of FPO on the pattern of MSME, medium, small, and small enterprises. And the second one is a provision of assured seed fund as one-time grant for all registered FPOs. Third one is customized financial products. And fourth one is linking to each FPO with KVKs, agriculture university, department institution for provide the technical support and guidance to the FPOs for sustainable working. And next one is for regulatory comprises the pool of implemented chartered accountants for each FPOs, because FPO is a company, so there will be a need of a CS for the economic technical support and for financial supports. And for sixth one is a common post harvest infrastructure facility at district level, so FPO can use the infrastructure facility for post harvest work. And last one is a preferential treatment as to FPOs like scheme already running schemes like midday meal scheme, Posan Abhiyan scheme. So the linking between so many schemes can boost the FPOs working. And these are the some challenges faced by the FPOs based on previous research. First one is lack of understanding about business model, because farmers are not getting not making any business models, and the government has only supported the creation of FPOs, but there is no specific business model for their work. So they need appropriate capacity building to business to develop the business plan and devise strategies for extend minimum maximum benefits. Second challenge is poor capitalization and funding scopes. There are limited funding agencies like NABARD, SFSC are provided. So Government of India will initiate the some more agencies for the funding scope, and the FPOs can use the party capitalization, more capitalization for their work. And third one is the managerial capacities. The FPOs need for management like CEO and advisory services, financing regulatory requirements, and they need some more skills persons, and they need a wonderful team for the working pattern of the FPOs. And fourth one is the ownership of controls. It has been observed that many FPO have been found by few progressive farmers or rural households. These individuals have good intent to support other smallholder farmers in their locality. Collectivization the operation. However, it becomes difficult for such person to maintain balance between personal interest and interest of farmers members. So there is a control over the ownership of the FPOs is needed. The conflict, there is less conflict may produce the effective management of FPOs. And regulatory compliances like FPO registered under Producer Company Act 2013 are currently treated as some manner in any other large companies. The regulatory companies like keeping, accounting, taxation is more so highly demanding for the farmers who can never come across such things. So there is a need of CA and CEOs And business plan is scaling opportunities. I have already told that the APOs, the farmers have no any active business plans. So then there is a need to well-defined business plan for essential element for success of any business organization. So the government will provide the business plans to FPOs and FPCs or any other cooperatives. So it become more imminent when all the executive member are farmers. So one is skilled about different. The business plans provide rail guard for the organization to navigate within the boundaries. It also helps the FPOs to diversify the scale. And currently, majority of FPOs lack such of business plans. So there is a need of well business plan for upscaling their businesses. And difficulties in marketing of produces. The FPOs produce the more commodities, but there is a limited platform for the selling of their goods. So there is a need of private companies FPOs as a better source of procurement of vegetables. And APOs are found to be more successful establishment. Backward linkages and then forward linkages for disposal of agriculture produce in large volumes. And however, for long-term sustainability of the APOs, there is a need of a strong market linkages. So, government of India or government any other state government will provide the a strong market linkages for the effective marketing of the APO products. The successful example of some producer ranges I have listed in this. First one is Jagannath Crop Producers Company Limited in Odisha, and second one is Agriculture Producer Company and Chetna Organic Farmers Association Telangana, and Pasu Mandhana Producer Company Limited Maharashtra, and Dhari Krusak Vikas Producer Company Limited in Gujarat. Fourth one is Rangustra in Kerala. Fifth one is Vegetable Growers Association. These are some successful example of producer companies, and they have run their producer companies in a very large and very effective manner. So some farmers can get benefit from these producer companies. So uh, it will help farmers to find the successful example of producer companies. In our Chhattisgarh, the government, the KVKs formed the FPOs in for northern hills. Like first one is Korea Agro Producer Companies, and yeah, it is having commodity like A2 milk products, cereals, pulses, oil seeds, and number of shareholders more than 800, and net profit last year in 13.33 lakhs. And second one is Jacopeswar Krisak Producer Company Limited. It is basically a rice seed producer company, and its number of shareholders more than 150, and net profit in 44 lakhs. And there are so many FPOs formed in our Chhattisgarh. Uh, the Korea, the Korea Agro Producer Company Limited is a collection of. It is a more. It is a very popular FPO in our Chhattisgarh, and the FPO is collecting 5 to 1,000 liter of A2 milk daily, and it is certified from FSSAI, and MOU between FPOs, KVK, Strifed, Gramodyog in, and it has also sell the so many products like paneer, ghee, and very popularly known Korea in a net profit in area. And the second one is Jacopeswar Krishi Producer Company Limited in Chhattisgarh. Number of farmers in 150, and total area of cultivation. It is a seed selling company, and it is registered name is K Seeds, and it is a very effective and profitable FPO in our Chhattisgarh. And this is some photographs from KVK godown for grading machine used by FPO, and they have now one grading machines from various schemes of with the help of various scheme of India. And there is a new RO Farmer Producer Company Limited at KVK Raipur. These are some examples of very effective and net profitable FPOs. And in our Bastar, you are very known about Bastar region of our Chhattisgarh. So there is a KPCL Bhumgadi Jaivik Krisak Utpad Sangathan in Dantewada area, and this is a turnover in last year financial year 56 lakhs net profit turnover that got. and there are so many FPOs in supported by the KVKs in our Chhattisgarh. These are some FPOs supported to by KVKs in Korba district, Mahasamand district, Ambikapur and Kake. It means Chhattisgarh government and Indira Gandhi Agriculture University with the help of KVKs supported the so many FPOs throughout in all over our Chhattisgarh. And under 10,000 FPO scheme, CG Chhattisgarh state has already registered 146 new FPO through NABARD and NCDC support. And KVK need to capitalize on this is in next 5 years. So the status of FPOs in our Chhattisgarh is very effective, and we will see the results. And thank you so much for your valuable time and patiently listen to my. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Prakash, for the detailed presentation. Now I'll take up a few questions. Okay. So what are the main objectives of establishing the FPO?
Ma'am, there is a, as I already told, in our India, there are 80%, more than 80% of farmers are small and marginal. So their bargaining power is less, and they could not get the exact rate of their products. So the Indian government started the FPO scheme. So collectivization, there are aggregation of farmers, so they will benefit in collective for, and they can sell their products in a group and registered under company to direct to the farmer, direct to the buyers.
Okay. And how do FPO contribute to enhancing farmers' bargaining power in the market?
Yes, ma'am.
I think just now you answered this. How
Yes.
do FPO contribute to enhancing farmers' bargaining power in the market?
Ma'am, government of India like SFSC promoted the so many FPOs, and they registered as a FPO, and their products is direct selling to the online platform like Enam. So they get benefit from the direct selling of their products because there is no any gap between the buyer and sellers. Ma'am.
Okay. Could you highlight some successful examples of FPOs and their impact on rural communities?
Ma'am, just wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Could you highlight some successful examples of FPOs and their impact on rural communities?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I have highlighted the 10 FPOs across from India, and 2 to 3 FPOs from our Chhattisgarh. They have benefited, and they have run successfully in our Chhattisgarh, ma'am. Like,
is it possible for you to name them?
yes, ma'am.
Can you name them?
Yes, ma'am. I have highlighted, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. I will see. So, ma'am. Ma'am, first one is Jagannath Crop Produce Company Limited in Odisha, ma'am. Second one is Vegetable Growers Association in Pune, and one of the successful APC is Sahadri Farm in Maharashtra, ma'am.
Okay. So next question is, could you explain the current status and trends of FPOs in the agricultural sector?
Yes, ma'am. I have highlighted, ma'am. There are 9,000 FPOs. This data from ma'am exactly there due to ma'am new creation or other schemes, ma'am. There are daily new FPOs have been registered under this scheme. So a source like Press Information Bureau in 21st April 2022, they have said the 7,059 FPOs in our India, and first rank in FPOs like Karnataka state having more than 500 FPOs, and in Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh having more than 500 FPOs.
Okay. And what are the key challenges that FPOs typically face in their operations?
Ma'am, first one is a technical guidance, and the second one is capital, ma'am, they need some capital from starting the FPOs. And second one is second one is technical guidance, and third one is uh, promotional like works and capacity building. Ma'am, training the trainer people, they will need for a successful operation of the FPOs, ma'am.
Okay. And how can FPOs help in mitigating post-harvest losses and improving agricultural value chains?
Ma'am, as I already told, government of India and state government has started will start the post-harvest manufacturing units in each district. So the FPOs can use these facilities to uh, uh, process their processing in their products in his district, ma'am, in their districts.
Okay. And what financial and technical resources are required to establish and sustain a successful FPO?
Ma'am, they will these this type of technical and guidance given by the POPIs, ma'am. I have, as I already told, POPIs means producer organization institutions like NABARD, SFAC will provide the total worksheet and what is the planning from preparing planning to sustainable development, sustainable running of the FPOs. Means POPI has given the technical and financial support to the FPOs, ma'am.
Okay. And what financial and technical resources are required to establish and sustain a successful FPO?
Ma'am, the differ, it is a differ in another areas, ma'am. Just like as I already mentioned that the Jacopeswar FPOs, they sell these only seeds, so they will want some financial as for their processing units, ma'am. And it is different from other FPOs, ma'am.
Okay. And what strategies can be adopted to encourage greater participation of women and marginalized farmers in FPOs?
Ma'am, government should making the FPOs in a grassroots level, like in villages, like promotion of SHGs, like women's making some participating in the self-help groups, and the self-help group will work as and registered in their self-help groups in FPOs, ma'am. So they will strengthen.
Okay.
Yes.
And yeah. Yeah. What are the potential benefits that FPOs offer to small, and I think you have already answered this.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me check if any more. Yeah, I guess we have. Yeah. How can technology and digital platforms be integrated into FPO operations for better outreach?
Yes, ma'am. There are so many mobile apps and technologies introduced by commercialized by the ICR. So the APO member will get benefited from mobile apps, and they need to participate in more in training programs, and the POPIs has initiated, and they will do the training for the in effective use of the technologies.
Okay. Okay. Let me check if any more questions are left. Okay, Mr. Home Prakash, I don't see any more questions from our participants. So
Yes,
now
ma'am.
we have come to end of question round.
Yes,
On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, we like to thank you for the detailed presentation and answering all the questions. And we also like to thank all the participants for joining this meeting. The meeting will now be closed.
thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
You are most welcome. Thank you.